Horror Show with me, Dino, and
this guy.
If you don't know Ted, that's Ted. But yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Ramadan.
Oh, you're gonna offend.
And no, I'm trying to think of all of the holidays that there are right now. Hanukkah, that's another one. I think that's about all. But we got a great Christmas horror movie here for you. I can't wait to hear Ted talk. But Rare Exports 2010. This was on my top 5 Christmas list this year. It might change next year. Maybe Ted will make me hate it more than I love it. But it's a Finnish film. Thank God they finished it.
I'm glad it's finished.
I know. Because what the... something popped up on me here.
And this is going to be...
Oh, and it's not... Oh, what?
Kind of the interesting show where he loved it, I did not.
Okay, well, yeah, I love this movie. It's I love the Swedish, Finnish kind of horror, just movies in general. I love these foreign films.
How many of them have you seen?
Oh, 1,000.
2,000, and I love them both.
Well, Let the Right One In's a Swedish film, and I love that one. But this one, I've seen a Christmas Horror Story, Krampus. Some of these movies that have come out recently, and Ted is tired as hell.
That's all right.
And
I'll make it through.
Yeah.
I
always do. But this one, Rare Exports, has got a kind of a unique ending, a kind of a unique spin on it.
It's pretty highly rated.
People love it because it's different. It's different.
So is every turd crap, but I don't.
Well, a lot of turd is the same. It's all brown and long. Brown and round.
I guess.
Can I say that? So
what the
story
is
about
about,
a turd.
I guess we should sum up the story.
I'm loving Bob's Burger.
What?
I just started watching it. I'm on season 2. Man, it took me this long to watch it, but I love it. But anyway,
I haven't gotten to it yet. But it's on the playlist. I'm watching the new Rick and Morty right now. So.
Trina. Okay.
Which is way better, I'm sure.
Wait, what is?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so what are you? What's your thoughts on this movie? You just think it's?
Should we just?
You think it's
do we need to sum it up, or can we just talk about what we liked and we didn't like and?
Yeah, well, I mean,
can we just presume they've seen?
Give a short synopsis of this flick.
Some American drillers are digging up a mountain in Finland. We come to find, and it's an interesting premise at first when the movie starts.
At first,
that there is something that the Finnish people a long time ago buried there.
Yeah.
And
there's this weird, eccentric kind of
guy, the leader of this Sub-Zero company,
the leader of the pack.
And then he starts giving the drillers this little list, no cursing, smile, all the. You're like, well, what's all that about?
Yeah,
2 little kids.
Hey, let's not downplay that. That's kind of interesting, man.
Sort of, but nothing really.
I thought when he gave them the list, and these workers are like going, "What the fudge are you talking about?"
Are watching and eavesdropping.
I see how this show's going to go.
They've snuck into the area.
Yeah.
They hightail it out when the explosion.
Pietari.
Oh God,
and
names.
Imo, I think is the kid's name.
No. Names
the 2 kids.
No, none of us know.
Pietari.
Nobody cares about. And
I do. Stop putting it down.
No, I didn't put anything down yet.
So these kids care.
They get on their snowmobile and they go back and.
This kid put an Oscar-worthy performance in.
Whoa. Anyway. And
sorry, they can't all be Hammer movies.
So they live in this little village. It looks like there's about 2 houses in the community.
Well, right, that's a different land.
His father's a reindeer slaughterer, I guess.
Yeah, what do you expect? 50 houses over there?
Evidently, they eat reindeer out there. They don't have cows or anything like that. They eat reindeer.
In Alaska, they hunt. They hunt cantaloupe.
I just never had reindeer.
They hunt
I've
cantaloupe.
had deer, but I haven't had reindeer.
And moose.
Okay, well,
moose will last you all winter long.
I've had bison. I mean, I guess I could see eating a moose.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man?
Just reindeer. I never heard about people slaughtering reindeer.
You gotta eat meat in the wild, man.
Well, clearly they have hogs because he's slaughtering a hog.
They're gonna have supermarkets when civilization goes downhill. You're gonna have to go out there and hunt.
Civilization hasn't gone downhill. You need to get.
They
have cars. They could drive to the Helsinki and
you need seals for lard.
Go to the Walmart out there.
And keep your lanterns
get some
going.
Bisquick or something.
But anyways, go on. These kids, 2 kids, they come in.
Yeah, and this younger of the two, he's all into this Santa Claus, and he starts. In the course of like one day, he reads up on...
You watched the whole movie, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
In the course of like one day, he reads up all these old books on Santa Claus, and he knows the whole legend back and forth, evidently. You don't find that out to the end of the movie. I mean, evidently he is a PhD level expert by the end of the movie.
Well, I do give
the history of Santa Claus.
Listen, I give you the fact that what the hell is this kid doing in his room with all these... It looks like ancient Santa books, historical manuscripts.
And there's some good pictures in there. I mean, I'm intrigued by the movie still at this point.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, is this the the burial place of the real Santa Claus? And and that's the premise basically. But
he's reading up like on
right.
and there's
the pictures look like you were saying, like
Krampus,
and stuff like
Not
that.
your
but
jolly...
they never use that word.
No,
they say
Santa Claus.
Yeah, they show him whipping kids and boiling kids and just generally mistreating and abusing kids like most of the people in Hollywood do.
I bet you this is why. Calm down, Ted. We know that there's shit going on out there. This may be why you hate this film a lot, huh?
No, I hate's a strong word. I just don't see the reason why it's rated so highly. Yes, it's a different kind of a story, but I mean, there's a million Krampus.
I like the. Well,
it's a lot of build up and not a lot of payoff, in my opinion. All right, so
that's what.
So what we find is that when they're expecting the reindeer, I guess they're trying to lure them into an electrified pen, and only 2 scraggly ones show up, and so the menfolk, and I like how they just. The main character, the father, I guess he's a widow. We don't know.
Rono, I believe, is his.
Just takes that kid of his anywhere, whether there's danger or not. Always takes that kid with him.
It's growing up rugged, stern, growing up a man,
and yet he can still make the best gingerbread cookies.
Passed down from his wife's recipes.
I guess so.
He needs to do that for his son.
I guess,
Mommy's
he
gingerbread
probably
cookies.
soaks his hands in Palmolive at the end of the day.
Oh God!
And well, they go looking for where we're out in the woods where the deer are, and they see all these dead carcasses. And there's that fence there by the mountain where they're doing that work. Nobody really knows what they're doing over there, but they do see a hole in the fence.
Something fishy going on.
And they think maybe some wolves. The explosions have gotten the wolves all riled up, and now they've busted out. Matter of fact, they even show...
bust a cap in his ass.
Yeah, I think they even show... I don't know if it's before this scene or after they show the little kid's father digging a pit and putting spikes in it. It's before.
Yeah.
And this is a wolf trap. He's going to bait it with a pig head.
A bob head.
And try to catch a wolf.
Throws a pine.
It's not going to do any good for a whole pack, but it'll catch a wolf.
Right.
And then what are you going to do?
Well, one wolf dies, it tells the other wolves, stay clear.
Is that what it does?
Papa Wolf has died. Yeah.
I see.
You need to watch more like reality wild stuff, like Alaskan bush people or wild in Alaska.
I'm on it. As soon as Rick and Morty season 4 is done, I'm on it.
Real life Alaska.
Real life Alaska with these woofs.
You'd handle the cold, all right, but you'd starve in about 10 days.
Oh no! See, because I watched this movie, I know how to make a wolf trap. So I just need a pig head. But the boys are being quiet about the fact that they're the ones that opened up the GD fence in the first place.
And Rono, the father, hollers, or says to the other. There's 2 other characters. I ain't even going to say their names because they're hard to say.
But Biff and Steve.
Yeah, there's 3 guys. They're the 3 that hang out through the movie here. And he's like, how much would you get for 135 reindeer? Yeah. And he says like 85,000.
Yeah.
Because
I love how they always throw that 22% VAT in there.
Yeah, 22% VAT.
So they decide to just bust open that gate, zip up that mountain, and go have it out with these people up here. Yeah. Get up there, and all these workers are dead. Now, prior to this scene,
in a gigantic hole in the center of the mountain.
There's a gigantic hole, and all these workers are dead. And prior to that scene, you could tell that there was some heavy shit going down up there. We didn't know what. And so they don't know what's going on. They see this big pit. We don't know what's going on. So obviously if there was a Santa Claus in there, they got him out.
Yeah.
They dug him up.
Yeah. And hijinks ensues.
Hijinks ensues. Oh, yeah.
Like the Marx Brothers, Why there would be hijinks ensuing at this point?
Well, the kid does put a bear trap in the chimney to prevent Santa Claus from coming. Because he's convinced Santa Claus is watching him. He does see human footprints outside his window in the snow.
They don't show it, but you presume that he's seeing these elf-type creatures, whatever. But yeah, I mean, the father gets in the wolf trap.
Yeah,
something's there, and he pulls it out and he drags it into the butcher.
It's a body,
barn,
a human body.
And it's still breathing and everything, and
who happens to have a passport, and his name is Brian Johnson.
Brian Green Johnson.
Green Johnson.
Yeah.
Brian Austin Green Johnson.
That was a little weird.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why an elf has use of I guess so he can get in the goddamn country when he's delivering presents.
Well, okay, there you go.
And
I guess
he doesn't have no pointed ears like an elf. He ain't short like an elf.
They're doing a different spin on it. He looks almost. They kind of think.
I thought that was the Santa Claus guy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's what they're trying to make us believe, that this is the Santa Claus guy.
But you're going to come to find out, and we won't make the prolong.
They thought he was dead.
We won't prolong this over an hour. We'll shorten
they thought he was dead.
Yeah,
and it turns out
he's sniffing.
He's alive.
He smells the kid.
The
gingerbread. But when Pietari comes to the window, he goes like that, and so this elf, because he is an elf,
he bites the one dude's ear off, and the guy acts like nothing happened.
Yeah, they don't.
But
know
I guess that's how they are out there. You get your ear bit off. I'm not going to a doctor. Got work to do. I got snow to shovel. I got snow to harvest.
Burn that with some ammo. Yeah.
We'll just pour a little whiskey on it. Good as new.
That's Russian.
I guess.
The Finnish don't talk that way. They talk more Asian than anything. Did you hear them? I thought they were Japanese.
Oh!
It was weird.
I mean, it sounded a lot like
the
Swedish language.
They definitely sounded different than the Swedish language.
I don't know.
But anyways, the elves...
How could two countries be right next to each other and the language be so vastly different?
Anyways, they tie him up in this butcher barn, and the walkie-talkie, hey Santa, or they're calling out for Santa.
I guess that's who they think. Yeah, because there's a company that someone. I don't know what are they going to do with this Santa. They're going to weaponize him or something.
I don't know.
And they go get this other guy who can speak English. Once they realize this elf thing's alive, to translate. His English ain't all that hot, to tell you the truth.
Ain't hot to trot that.
First thing he says, "How do you like the land of the northern lights?" I mean, really?
Yeah. At least it's English. What the hell you expect him to?
And then they start beating him with a broom, asking him, who his friends are, where's he from.
He bit off the dude's hair.
I guess.
And he's acting all funny over by the whatever he was at. I don't know.
Then they dress his ass up in a Santa Claus suit, because one of them was wearing a Santa Claus. He was supposed to be playing Santa Claus for the neighboring kids.
Yeah, covered him up. He was naked.
And they put him in the suit.
Yeah.
And
putting in the suit.
I mean, there's something just wrong with it. I don't. What happens after this part in the movie? I don't know.
See, that's why I asked if you watched it.
I watched the whole damn thing.
Okay, I'll sum it up really quick.
Oh, please.
Yeah, because Ted is really... He's having problems with this film.
A lot of the movie doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? There's a Santa Claus.
How do you know? You never see the damn thing.
Who was... Later on, after they come, the helicopter comes and
the chopper.
They get this... Yeah, I don't need to see that no more. But there is a Santa Claus in a warehouse in a block of ice, still unthawed.
They dug it up. They dug
because
it up.
Everything in the village, these elves evidently started stealing stoves,
sacks, hair dryers,
everything. Sacks, hair dryers,
heaters.
Sacks were for the kids that they end up, taking in the night because that's what they do for Santa Claus, who's been, they make the naughty list.
So were all those kids bad except for...
I guess.
Okay.
Pietari does say...
why does he tell his dad he wants him to whip him 15 times?
That's what I was wondering. Because,
why does he want to be one of the naughty kids?
Well, maybe if he was whipped... Well, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if he was whipped, he wouldn't be naughty because he was punished already.
Maybe if the movie was better,
I love it. Oh, my God.
When we see that big Santa Claus thing blocked in ice, you see the horns, kind of like the Krampus horns.
Yeah. And he's gigantic.
I'm a little intrigued. I'm like, okay, that motherfucker's going to thaw out, and we're going to see something.
I would have loved it to thaw his feet to just boom.
Never happens.
No.
Never happens. We find out that there's a bunch of these elves.
And there's hundreds of them out there CGI'd in the scene.
And if you like old, naked,
gray
man
looking
balls and cocks waving back and forth in your face, this is the movie for you because they're all over the place at this point.
They only show it a couple times.
Whap. I mean, I don't swing that way. I swing the other way. But I mean, if that's what you like, by all means. I mean,
old saggy sacks.
The Finns got no problems with this.
Well,
so.
You're kind of prudish when it comes to that.
I mean, prudish. Just
I look at it and I don't think.
But see, here's
nor
my
left
issue.
nor
You
right.
want to get to my issue in the movie?
What?
It's really kind of at this point in the movie that this little kid just all of a sudden takes over the whole goddamn show.
He becomes
like
James
one of those
Bond.
annoying Goonie kids. Evidently he's got a whole plan worked out. Let's load all these kids in sacks up. This is the only way it'll work. Do what I say. Listen, and all of these adults are just okay. We've got this. We've got this helicopter. The one Finnish guy just happens to know how to fly a helicopter. I don't know how to fly a helicopter.
In Finland, half the population flies helicopters.
I guess that's how they get around. And he's hanging on the outside of the net, holding all of it. No safety harness. All his dad's just letting him do it. And he's radioing the guy in the helicopter. That's okay. I'm not coming back. Lower me down. I mean,
tell my dad what I did.
Tell my dad what I did. Tell him I'm not a pussy.
Okay, so now Rare Experts is off my top 5 list.
See, because all of a sudden this kid's,
okay, that did get to me because he's on this big net and the way he was taking charge and hollering at everybody, barking orders.
He was a wuss, getting his ass beat left and right the whole movie.
No.
You knew that older kid was going to.
He wasn't a wuss.
He didn't know.
First of all, he was a young kid.
He didn't know what he's doing.
Who didn't have a mother, and I felt sorry for him.
Walking around in his underwear half the movie.
You are so terrible.
And then all of a sudden,
he's
he looked at a couple pictures in a book, and all of a sudden, like I said, he's got a PhD in Santa Claus and knows exactly what to do.
He knew what to do, man.
No one else knew what to do, but
what more can I say? He's like, let's get the kids in the helicopter, let's swing them towards that electric pen.
And round up all these elves that are running in.
And so that's what they do. And they blow up Santa Claus. And
but
when
they took the horns.
They
take the horns. Now, I want to know, number one, if it's encased in ice, how'd they get the horns out? Out of his... And it's not just out of the ice, it's out of his head.
Yeah, I'm
wondering... They took him out, they carried him out before it blew up.
I know. They didn't show them
They didn't show them taking them out. I saw them bring him out. I'm like, okay, they got the horns. What are they going to do with them? They don't do anything with them.
Well, just to have the horns would be
if you're going to bother to film it and show it, tell me why they need it.
They're looking to get money.
This is as dumb as a Star Wars movie.
They're looking to get rich and make some money. So take the horns,
because that's what they were trying to do, ransom to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Ransom the elf.
But anyways, Santa blows up and...
Never get to see this cool-ass thing.
Except in the books, but I get,
and they blow it up. I mean, it was shaping up to be something big and monstrous and bitching.
I would have loved to have seen it.
Yeah, because I kept thinking, okay, all right, we're going to see.
Maybe
something
we'll
cool.
get a rare. Well, no, like a
it's actually
prequel.
Based on a.
Maybe we'll get a prequel.
A short film. The guy who directed this film made it as a short film first, and then there is a little sequel to that one. I don't.
Oh, maybe
I don't think it's as big and bombast as what we got in the film,
but the cool. What I think was a very cool part to this movie was the ending when, first of all, the kid gets all these penned up. Santa blows up, and then they all come to. They don't come to, but...
Sorta.
Yeah, kind of come to, but evidently they don't die.
I was wondering if these...
Are they
were the children that were taken, and they're raised to be elves, or... It's never really established where these elves come from.
No, but
and you're right. When they kind of woke up like that, I was wondering. I wonder if that's what they were.
They're kind of like got to start over with their brain kind of thing.
They do a fantastic job explaining this.
Right, because I mean, the elves technically were the ones who stole the kids, punished them, did all the evil doings for Santa.
And these were the helpers. These were the Santa Clauses that went all over the country, all over the world, delivering toys.
So you've got.
So they were like Salvation Army Santa Clauses,
basically. Yeah. So you got hundreds of these guys with long beards and gray, white hair and stuff, and they're all naked. And their idea was, which you come to see next, was let's start up a company called Rare Exports, where they take this whole year. It was an entire year to kind of not brainwash, but kind of to
re-educate.
Re-educate. There you go. Perfect words. These elves to become Santa Clauses, and each their own Santa Claus for different countries, basically, and they would educate them as to be nice, to give presents, and to do that kind of thing. And basically, they put them in a box, dressed as Santa, and ship them off to a country for a bundle of money.
So they
take thus their business and
these poor creatures, re-educate them, dress them up stupidly, shove them in a wooden crate. This is a human being.
It is interesting that they don't need to eat.
Crate.
They live forever, but go ahead. Yeah.
And send them to be like a mall Santa Claus or something like that?
No, to be in...
Well, they don't tell you.
Well, I would take it as being shipped to a country to be an actual Santa to deliver presents to all the kids of that nation.
Ridiculous goddamn thing I've ever heard of.
See you next week!
Wait!
No. Hey, what more can I say? No, I
ridiculous.
I understand where you're coming from. You
got a little bit more exposition, a little bit more filling in the gaps.
You have some good points. You took away a little bit of my
took away your enjoyment.
My enjoyment of the movie.
I can't enjoy it now
because I really looked at it as going, this is different.
Oh, it's different.
I dig it.
It was different, and I dug it for a while.
But, there are some...
Then all of a sudden the kid turned into Superman. We didn't get to see this big monster that we wanted to see. I had to see a bunch of old men's dicks.
Oh, God.
There was no chicks at all in the movie.
Well, yeah.
Not a one.
There's that.
Not a one, mind you.
I know.
It was a total sausage fest.
Yeah.
And
it's only like 5. Well, no, there's the workers. Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's it. And I have no problem with a foreign movie or anything like that. I know some people don't like subtitles probably because they have poor reading skills. Can't keep up.
I have no problem with subtitles.
No. Some of the best movies are subtitled.
But hey, I thought it was a really great, fantastic movie. A little less so now that we did this, review on it. But if anything, you got a little entertainment from Ted. I love that he hates this movie now.
But it's free to watch on Tubi TV, I believe. And it's on Amazon streaming, Prime, which is where I watched it without commercials. It's short. It's not even an hour and a half. So, you're not really wasting a whole lot of your time if you want to try it out.
Yeah, I'd say give it a shot, man.
In that movie, there's a cool concept.
Yeah.
I just wish I could have, actually seen the real Santa Claus.
Yeah, I do too.
Kicking a little bit of ass.
I do too.
The end seems so weird that we would just ship these people in boxes.
Let's hope this gives a little bit of inspiration to maybe some other...
Isn't that what they do like with Haitian kids? They put them in crates and ship them different places.
Do they?
Probably. I don't know. Oh. Probably ship them to Hollywood and to Washington for the politicians.
And let's hope that this movie gives a little inspiration to some new Christmas horror movies.
Yeah, maybe some better ones. Maybe some that are actually good.
So, with that said,
you want to redo your top 5 list?
Check out our Christmas spectacular, our Christmas special that it should be up. Unless if it's not up now and this one goes up first, that will be coming up.
I'll give it 2 out of 5 candy canes.
Okay. I give it 3 now. Anyways, I would have given it 4, but now I give it 3. But yeah, we'll catch you next week. Have a Merry Christmas. And, yeah, until next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, whatever.
Next week, the week after, whatever.
Who knows, yeah.
Nobody's
Take
watching
care.
us.
Late Order Show. Peace out, guys.